Hello and welcome to another Demon 212 PSN review. Today I'm going to be taking a look at Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time Reshelled, which if you've never played it before, it's basically a side-scrolling beat-em-up, and it's a port of the arcade version, not the SNES version, so it's got none of the SNES stuff like the bosses and the levels that were exclusive to the SNES. This is just the arcade version. Options, you've got how to play, you can view your controls and settings, but they are very basic. Main menus though, you've got single player, multiplayer, you can play online, but I'm sticking to local because I've got people to play with at the moment. Leaderboards, obviously leaderboards, and trophies, you can view what trophies you've got and stuff like that. So anyway, onto the multiplayer. From there, you can choose story mode, survival mode, and quick play mode. Quick play is just replaying any of the levels that you've unlocked. You unlock them by beating them, and you can obviously play your favourite levels more than the others. Then if you, for example, on story mode, obviously you play all 9. Quick play, you could just maybe play 6, something like that. Survival mode is, again, same game, but you only have 1 life, because the difficulty on the game changes how many lives you've got. So once you lose those lives, you have to wait until the next, until basically the rest of your mates beat a level. However, if you're on 1 player, it's not that case, but until your other mates actually beat the level, and then you'll come back. So I'll explain it a bit better when I'm actually on the game. So from there though, you've got 4 turtles to choose from, obviously, and it's just the 4 turtles. You can't change their graphic style or anything, which is a bit of a shame, because obviously on the SNES version, again, you could, but this you can't. And the turtles basically differ all the things. So Donatello is the slowest character on the game, whereas Raphael is the fastest character. But they've all got different stats, and personally I still play as Donatello because I don't think I need speed with him, because I've got the best range with my weapon and I've got amazing defense. So I can stand to get hit a few times more than the others because, as I say, more defense, so I take less damage.
Big Apple,
so you start the game off and it just basically goes through the story of you having to get to Shredder and rescue the Statue of Liberty and stuff like that, and then you get sent back in time, hence why it's Turtles in Time. The differences obviously from the arcade game and that and the SNES game are the fact that it's now actually 8 directional control on that. It's full 3D, you can move in all directions, you can attack in all directions, whereas before you could just pretty much move up, down, left or right, and you could slide diagonally, but you were still attacking left, right, up and down. This you can attack all directions. You can do some new attacks, you can push triangle and you can do a special attack type thing, which Donatello's there's a fly kick. You can do running attacks just by running, you don't have to double tap or anything, it just automatically happens after you've run a period of time, which to be fair I don't actually like, because I don't like the running attacks on this. So to run the length of the screen to get to an enemy and automatically do it is a little annoying. You can now double jump, and depending on which jump you do, you'll do different attacks. So my double jump with Donatello, he basically slammed his stick down, which you'll have already saw. Me single jump with Donatello on an attack, I do a fly kick. So your attacks do change, and obviously you're going to be using the double jump in different parts anyway, because it comes in handy on things like the sewer level and that. But that's pretty much your basic gameplay. Left to right, kick the crap out of the bad guys, collect pizza if you need energy. You can collect the spinning pizza to do a special move, I will show that off. So for now, here's a bit of the music, I'll show off a boss and then I'll show off that pizza thing. So there we go, that was a bit of the music and a boss fight. At the end of the level it comes up this, your stats, how many times you died on a level, it tells you the score and stuff like that. And in case you, well, you might have noticed, but in case you didn't, your energy whatever you've got there at the end, it's going to come up now. Basically, you get full. So Leonardo was literally about to die, but starting a new level, you get full energy. So it's one of those things that you don't have to worry if you missed a pizza or something. As long as you can survive, you will get full energy at the next thing. Obviously, if you had full energy anywhere, then you're not really going to notice. But it's one of the things that I quite like about it, and it does kind of ease up on the difficulty a bit, because this is going back to the lives. This might as well explain it here. Obviously, easy here, just for the hell of it, you've got 9 lives. I went on easy just for the hell of it, as I say, you get 9 lives, you lose those lives, obviously you come back on, but you lose all those lives, it'll come up waiting. You've then got to wait until the end of the level. So if your mates beat the end of the level, then you'll come back on with a full continue and a full set of lives again. So you don't have to worry about that, because the best one to show it off on really is hardcore. When I put it on, you get 2 lives on hardcore. I managed to survive, but unfortunately one of my brothers died on it, and at the end of the level came back on with 2 lives again. So it's one of those, hardcore mode is still hard because you've got to really work together, but you do technically have a easy way to do it as long as you play it on multiplayer. So obviously if you're playing it on single player, it's going to be much harder because you can't just have someone else beat the level for you and then you come back on. And even though it does make it easier, there'll be times when, for example, 4 you start with 0 lives, and it can mean that a level can be absolutely evil, because if any of you dies, then that's it, you might as well call it quits. Unless, of course, the other 3 are really good and you've managed to die on the boss or something. But anyway, might as well just show off the pizza. It's the only thing, to be fair, I've got left to show off. Although I might as well, to be fair, mention the SNES differences, just in case you've never played this version before and you're thinking, well, how different is it? The SNES version, at the end of the sewer, you will fight the Rat King. This game, that does not happen. Instead, you end the sewer and you go straight back in time. On the SNES one, after fighting the Rat King, you do the Techno Dome and then you go back in time, so there's a full level lost. On the oh, well, this is the pizza power-up. You basically collect it and you all do a spinning attack. Everyone's attack's the same, but I still prefer doing it on Donatello because I think it looks cool if he's using a stick. The other difference, as I see it, when you go back in time, the first level back in time is 250 million years BC. On the arcade version, you fight a mud monster. On the SNES version, you fight like a robotic Raphael type thing. I can never remember its name. It's not Nightwing or Nighthawk or whatever. It's just basically a robotic turtle type thing. So those are basically the differences, other than there's a later level, much later on, you're on surfboardy type things, flying surfboards, hoverboards or something. On the SNES version, it's almost a first person view. I know it's not first person, but it's similar. And then you turn side scrolling to fight the boss. On this, it's just side scrolling all the way. So that's pretty much everything different about the SNES and the arcade one, just so you know. And other than that, the arcade version to this is pretty much a perfect port. Although obviously there's going to be purists complaining about the fact that it's now 8 directional and stuff, but even so, it is still a really good game. I've really enjoyed going through it, and I'll probably go through it again about another 50 times before the week's over, because I just love playing these games. I know that was the end of my review, but I thought, saying I was up to it, I might as well show it off. This is basically one of the side-scrolling, pre-moving, sewer lovely type things, and you get another one of these, as I say, where you're on hoverboard type things instead. So this is basically how the gameplay differs, but other than that, it is basically side-scrolling, beating the crap out of things. The only difference with this is you aren't moving left or right, it's moving left or right, and you've just got to avoid enemies and kill them and that. So there we go then, that's been the review. I hope you've enjoyed it, or at least found it helpful. You might have noticed I didn't score the game. Well, that's because it's a matter of personal opinion, and yours may very well differ from my own. I'm just here to show you a bit about the game. If you like it or not, well, that's up to you. If you don't like it, or you do like it, feel free to comment. Also, if I haven't answered any of your questions that you may have had, I might have forgot something, or it might just be something obscure. Again, feel free to comment, ask, always willing to help out. Otherwise, if you don't like commenting on YouTube, head over to www.vc-forums.com, where you can chat with me and a bunch of other lads who love the VC, the WiiWare, and hell, even a lot of other systems. We cater to pretty much everything. You can just go there, have a chat about a game, ask about some games, etc. So until next time, this has been Demon212, signing off.